All right, I got another book recommendation for you guys, this time from the horror genre, and it might surprise you a little bit because of how popular it is or has been in the past, and that is Christine by Stephen King. Now, I know a lot of you may have read this, but I've gotten kind of late into the game of reading. Just to briefly talk about it, I'm an autistic person, and I was recently diagnosed about 2 years ago, and reading was a special interest I had early on in my childhood, and then dropped it because of the issue of masking in order to fit in and be acceptable. And I didn't pick it up. I didn't pick it back up again until I was 31, which is four years ago. And so there's a lot of books, so many books I've been wanting to read, and so I have a lot to catch up on, and a lot of those are Stephen King. So I read this, I think last year, 2024, I can't remember. So that's why you might be thinking, really? This is a very popular book that a lot of people have read, and I've already read it. But if not, I do recommend it. Christine was actually better than I thought it would be. I haven't seen the movie yet. I usually, I try to, I don't watch the movie until after I've read the book. And of course, the movie's always worse. Like, prime example, Mist. And Mist was decent, but I have my issues with it. But the ending is vastly different, and I understand why they did their own interpretation of it. But maybe I'll get to that in another video. But anyway, I haven't seen the movie yet, but going into it, my thought was, how exciting can a horror book about a self-driving car really be? But it was actually much more exciting than I thought it'd be. And it's not just about a murderous car. It sounds like a boring story just on the face of it, but it's a lot more than that. There's a lot more depth to it. Like the book, it really dives into themes of obsession, addiction, and envy. So if for whatever reason you don't know anything about the book, at the center of the story is a 17-year-old high schooler named Arnie Cunningham. He's a senior in high school who becomes infatuated with a dilapidated 1958 Plymouth Fury that he names Christine, and he becomes bewitched by it, or her. And as Arnie restores Christine to her former glory, he becomes increasingly consumed by her malevolent influence. And Christine, it seems, has a mind of her own, and she harbors a dark secret that threatens to destroy anyone who has the audacity to stand in her way. And she's possessed by some baleful force that appears to take on the disposition of a psychotic, overprotective mother or jealous girlfriend. What makes Christine such a compelling read is Stephen King's ability to blend horror with psychological depth. As the novel progresses, we witness Arnie's horrifying transformation from a nerdy outcast to a sinister character under Christine's haunting influence. And while he certainly takes on villainous characteristics, he is just as much as one of Christine's victims as those who face her fury. See what I did there? Whether that's directly or indirectly. Stephen King also explores, like I said, the themes of obsession, addiction, and the corrosive power of evil, all while keeping you on the edge of your seat with literal heart-pounding suspense. The character development in Christine is particularly noteworthy. Arnie's descent into madness is both tragic and terrifying, and Stephen King does an excellent job of portraying the internal struggles he faces as he becomes increasingly entangled with the car's dark forces. And there are supporting characters like Arnie's best friend, Dennis and Dennis's and his girlfriend Lee, Arnie's girlfriend Lee, and which adds depth to the story, and they serve as both allies and adversaries in the battle against Christine. But at times, though, these developments are so verbose that the novel could have told the same story with fewer pages, not a whole lot, just a fewer pages. But the prose is still vivid and evocative, drawing you into a world where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. And his descriptions of Christine's malevolent presence are especially chilling, making it easy to understand why the characters are so terrified of a seemingly innocuous car. Overall, Christine is a haunting and unforgettable tale that I think will linger in your mind after reading it for a while. It did in mine, at least, particularly because of how central the theme of obsession is in the novel. So perhaps the novel stands as a warning for those who find themselves deep into an obsession, because if we're not careful, like Arnie, an obsession can insidiously rot our relationships as well as our own psyche. So that's my recommendation. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, bye.